Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are playing the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker, which means we will be very good. The rumbling is the music. In parentheses. We are slipping into the role of a psychiatrist. We're filling in for Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker has been murdered on Valentine's night with a knife. That's what we know by now. And every person around him, his patients, everybody was working with him, everyone private, might be suspects. As such, we are working with the police, filling in for him, and are kind of doing therapy on his patients, helping them out, trying to help them out with their therapy. And we're trying to find out more about Dr. Dekker, his situation, and who might be our actual culprit. So I'm trying to do this fully without hints. As you can see, 0 hints used, because I noticed there is an achievement for that. Also, we are actually communicating with them freehand. So we are like actually typing in our questions. I'm typing in my questions, and there are like little trigger words or combined trigger words that will give us access to new information. There will be stages to this. There will be information that is valuable and needed for the main story to progress, which is marked orange with 2 little stars in case you are colorblind. And there are green stars where there's only 1 singular little star that mark questions that lead to full completion. I am gunning for full completion. We will green out every person every day. We're currently in Act 2, as far as I know. Act 1 or Act 2? I think we should be in Act 2. We'll find out though. You will get a couple of cuts of answers from the first act that we got, and like a little overview on what we're doing. We will also play the video again with the extra information that we got after completing the first act. So you will find out why this is in fact a Lovecraftian horror game. It's a pretty cool game. We'll get right into it.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're gonna smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
So as you can see, we have like different patients. So you can also see a couple of them are greened out already because we did a lot of this. Mariana is our current next patient in line, and we're gonna also green their out. All of these people have their own struggles. And all of those struggles are valid, no matter how unique they seem. Okay? So that is also a thing that I will continue to do. I will also explain to you up here where there's currently my sustenance bar. Don't worry, I will lower that soon. I will also explain to you why I am asking which questions and what my thought process is. Okay, so I've got different options. I can look at my patients. I will have the option to look at clues. We will also look at the LDB footage before I fix my heart. We have the option to
You seem happy.
replay
Very
answers
energy.
like this. That was a greened out energy thing. I don't know. We've got the option to view the question history. Those are questions that I asked. We also have notes that might be needed later. For example, when I get to Yaya, which is my assistant, when I get to talk to her, approximately when I'm done with my current patients, I will have her check Ellen's alibi, because we are still having an end goal here besides therapy. Okay, so let's check the alibi footage to see why this is actually a Lovecraftian horror game and not just playing therapist.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job! Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time, as by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment
I like this
to the
actor.
next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing
Camera.
happened. But where's your glass, Doctor?
So something definitely happened. Maxi, to answer your question, Lovecraftian horror is a thing based around some guy named Lovecraft. Not promoting the dude here because questionable in some cases. But let's just say it's an author that kind of started wrote down the entire thing around Cthulhu and such. So a horror game that works with that specific type of horror, with that specific flavor, is a Lovecraftian horror game. The name is basically coined by the author that this is tied to. If you tried asking if they have found another therapist before Dr. Dekker, I actually did not. Mainly because I don't think that at this given point in time, this is a question that I need to ask. So we have gotten all the information that we need once again. Like I'm usually getting to it, saying, like looking into it again, since it might have been a while since we played, and that is good. That is completely okay. Have you asked how long they've been in therapy with Dr. Dekker? I have asked on occasions, yes. I did. Mariana, my personal favorite. I love the dresses. And respectfully said, if this were not a professional setting but a dating game, she would be my favorite. But It's a professional setting, even though I can give unprofessional answers with her. So let's just, let's just go into the professionalism here. This is the second day for us, so how are you today? I am doing this with all the patients right now on my second day.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Much better behaved, huh? I wonder what he did. So I'm gonna actually ask. So much of what I asked is like kinda half mirroring, as in I use their own words, induces trust. So why am I better behaved? Because that's exactly what she said. Like, she called me better behaved.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
Oh.
That's not good behavior.
No, it's
Is
not.
it?
No, it's unprofessional as fuck. Like, from two sides, you do not date your patients because, like, there is a power dynamic in place that should be in a relationship. Like, that's not okay. You do not date your patients. You also do not therapize your family or partners. Like, those are the two things that are combined here that are wrong. You're so right, Mariana. He should not date his patients. Kinda happy though that her blackout stopped. So for you all, Mariana seems to black out. Apparently, while she dances or when she goes to the beach or anything, we're not completely sure. She complains about having blackouts and then afterwards waking up naked on the beach, which has led to her being picked up by the police multiple times for public nudity. Nobody has pressed charges yet. Respectfully, I can't understand why, but it's understandable that she might want to find a solution to this issue. She loves the beach though, so I'm pretty proud of her for not going to the beach, because this is like her addiction. It's her addiction to go to the beach. She loves the beach to that point. She also always has these mermaid vibes. I love it. It's a wonderful character. All of these people are such great actors, not gonna lie. Whatever's natural for you. Fair. Rule number 1, don't fuck the patient client. Yes! Yes! In every job. However, if somebody you are fucking becomes your client and it's not in this kind of setting, like we're talking about like regular sales stuff or such, that's a different thing. But do not fuck your clients. And especially not like in mental health? No. There is no way where this would be okay. Also, in health generally, it's also not okay. Don't fuck your doctors. You can roleplay that, but don't fuck your doctors. Like, not for real. Okay? Important knowledge. That is not how you pay insurance. That is not covered by insurance. Trust me. I've never heard of insurance that covers that. Did you ask how, did they know that Dr. Dekker died? No, word travels quick, like, first of all, this drugs. On drug there before the chaosing. We actually went into the drugs idea, so let this unfold. Who among us hasn't had a good time out and waking up naked on the beach? Right? The only thing that I ever had was... I mostly saw people doing weird stuff. For example, if you're out with people, they are drunk as fuck. One of them decides that this stop sign is what they need to be mentally healthy. And subsequently, they decide the stop sign is their friend. We're talking only about alcohol here, surprisingly. For some people, it was not only alcohol, but for that person that I am thinking of right now, it was alcohol to the point of blackout. They actually took the stop sign. We couldn't stop him because he was too strong. He took a stop sign. I think he has it to this day, and it's in his living room as a piece of decoration now. It just has a random stop sign. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. The stop sign won't make your mental health, struggle stop. Trust me. I'd prefer it if you get some help instead. That's fine. You deserve it. Okay, so it is a real life story. Welcome back, Hala. It's literal as science cat. That's fairly literal. Yes. It's the things you do when you're drunk, apparently. I've seen so much shit. People, I could stream for 4 years and you'd still not have heard all my stories. There might still be a new one around. He definitely would be fine for the start with. The thing is, he never got because nobody knew. But she said he dated patients. Now, we all agree that is wrong, but we're still trying to figure out some crimes here, so, which is technically the case anyway. So, maybe she knows which patients, that's how you write patients, right? Which patients did he date?
I think her name was Scarlett?
I don't know her
patients,
yet.
An older woman.
Oh.
Guess that's how he liked them.
Hey, they say you learn how to ride on an old horse, right? This is what they say. So, he dated Scarlett. Do you know Scarlett? I'm gonna ask her if she knows Scarlett. Maybe she's seen her. Because Scarlett doesn't show up on my patient list so far, and hasn't done so yet. Maybe Scarlett comes in later. Important information.
It's Scarlett with 2 T's.
It is actually. It is actually with 2 T's. I love it.
It's Scarlett with 2 T's. Pretentious.
Okay, so that's all she gets. She gives us with Scarlett, so probably she didn't know her very much. Maybe just seen her in the waiting room or something. She's gorgeous. Well, she's either jealous or she just simply didn't like Scarlett a lot. Who knows? Also, are we sure she was jealous of the therapist? Of Scarlett for boinking the therapist, Are we sure? Could be the other way. What if Scarlett isn't a patient? Also possible. Maybe she came in under the guise of a patient. There is so much we don't know yet. To be honest, I mean, there are a lot of people that wanna fuck in the bureau. Another honest thing about that, most of the time, this is not appropriate. Like all of these naughty little thoughts, as soon as it's in open spaces at least, or open accessible spaces, please make sure there is nobody else that could be unintentionally drawn into it, because those people had no option to consent to it first, and that's kind of meh. What about fling? Well, we'll find out, but not today. However, like this question has ended. There is no further star, so we can let that topic rest. But we've got more information about how are you today. Let's look at this.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new Doctor, and new Hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Okay, it's still Dr. Dekker though, so maybe we can get more information about Dr. Dekker. So let's just ask her again. What can you tell me about Dr. Dekker? We asked her that before, I think. I do at least have crossed out the Dekker question mark that I noted down here. Because to be honest, like, I actually am taking notes. I am doing the full thing, yeah? I mean, you can see it, but maybe you can hear it. You can hear my notebook? I'm actually taking notes. I like this game. So let's go there first. Seems that a blackouts happens because Dr. Dekker's therapy sessions. Unsure. We have way too less information to deduct anything like that.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
So she tried. I am not a licensed therapist. She would get me. Definitely. I'm into her way too much, okay? I'm gonna be completely honest here. But I'm playing a role of a psychiatrist here. I need more information. Did you just go out for drinks? No.
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
She has said that before. She has exclaimed before that she doesn't drink. She seems to note down mentally what kind of alcoholic beverages are there, but she currently doesn't seem to drink. It could be a thing of her past. We don't know. It's a thing she has to tell us. So what would you say is your relationship with your mother? I have actually asked about parents before. Like right now, we luckily don't need a new starting point. This is a very common starting point, asking about relationships with your parents. Because there is also a lot of hidden potential trauma in there, but there can also be information that is gleaned from it, given the fact how they have been brought up and everything. Because a lot of your responses to different situations are also tied to how you grew up. So there is just a lot that can actually come and be gleaned from that question, you know. But it is also a pretty known question. I'm gonna go with what I think are the big questions for now, and later on go into these smaller questions to green her out. I cannot say for sure if the big questions are really big questions. I might also ask wrong questions, and then I get a I don't know what you want to tell me answer. As Dr. Dekker mentioned about their family, he has done so before, and we actually talked with Claire about that. There was a little bit of a talk about it. Not much. There's also the thing, a therapist is usually not the one to talk a lot. Therapist has the main act of listening. Of course, they will share like bits and pieces, especially to like help you open up and everything. But they don't have to. Like, there are options without sharing their own story. We're taking that mother question to a Freudian direction. Not yet, Schmucker. She said she's persuasive. Talk. Anyway, I know how to write that word, so that's good. How are you? Persuasive. I do know how to write a word, right? Persuasive. Should look good.
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
Yes, you have a nice smile. You are not ugly. You are not ugly. I cannot let that stand.
Lots of people find me attractive, but
You are.
I've seen something truly beautiful. Makes me feel dull by comparison.
Have you seen a mermaid? Because that person should look just like you. But let's ask. What beautiful thing have you seen? I kind of am interested, you know? What has she seen?
I have a recurring dream
Oh.
where I find something beautiful in the sea.
Hmm.
But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor.
That got me.
I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late. Well, just let me know.
Yaya, you... Let me check my pants real quick. No, we're fine. That is my assistant, Yaya! I kind of want to sue her for silent shock right now. That was a fucking jump scare. Holy shit! You're not ugly, you're just not your type, right? Yaya, not during... How often have we talked about this? Not during sessions. I sound like a domina here. Anyway, not during sessions. God dang it. Oh, she scared me. Like, I stiffened up and was like, oh. Like, it was a mild jump scare. It didn't make me scream, but it was like, oh. Yes, don't interrupt. Oh. She's been the assistant of Dr. Dekker, so we will question her later as well, but holy shit. Okay, so Ben is trying to sue us. Also an information we need for later. Ben is the night cleaner that actually found Dr. Dekker's body in the very chair I am sitting in. Like, not the same chair, but there was a similar chair in this position, where he sat in when his stabbed body was found. So Ben is, of course, having some trauma. It's fair of him to try and sue, but, you know, I don't know how the legal part of this is set up. Not at all. Well, like, he's probably trying to sue the, this borough specifically, not me in person, like, the whole setup around Dr. Dekker. Because he has probably severe trauma now that he has found a dead body, which is understandable. Maxima, she might have thought that this was an emergency. People get very panicky around legal stuff like that. Understandably, of course. Okay, we will listen into this again. Warning, we might get the jump scare with Yaya again.
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea.
I love her necklace.
But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
We don't get the Yaya thing. Oh, good. Yaya almost made me pee my pants there. Okay. Let's just mirror this. Your most intimate secrets. I cannot write.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Is our session up now?
No? But I can stop asking questions about it, and I should, because that one is now fully cleared. That was a pretty clear sign. This for not further. I'm not gonna ask further about intimate secrets. She is not ready yet. That's completely fine, and that is valid. Everybody has their own pace. Ask her the question still pending that she wants to ask Dr. Dekker. Where do you think will that get us? Because she will not be able to ask them to Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker is dead. Most people do not really keep track of things in their mind, especially questions. If there was actually something she needed to get out, she would have already done so. See if it holds any significance to her. We can do that, yeah. It would be a very new line of questioning, but sure. I can ask her about the necklace. We never did, actually, surprisingly. I do like the necklace, but she's actually wearing it again, so she has worn it twice now. Does your necklace have any meaning to you?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
And this is a question, you know, that she has no answer to. Yep, we tried. Maybe maybe at a later date when the conversation moves there on its own. Sometimes it's literally just the timing of the question, not the question itself. So let's go back a little bit. I also have the open question, like she said she had only drinks with Dr. Dekker. I also want to know why. Why did you have drinks with Dr. Dekker? It would make sense to ask a question like this, I think. She found Cthulhu in the ocean. That would be cool. I mean, her necklace. I want a necklace like that. So cool.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
Well, that's actually a thing a lot of patients do at some point. Start caring about the therapist, notice differences, kind of mirror back unintentionally, sometimes intentionally, because it's just simply easier to concern yourself with the struggles of somebody else than your own. Just realized what that necklace is. Good. Good, Hala. Good. It was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. That actually reminded me, what did you, like, it would also be a natural flow of conversation, right? She just mentioned Valentine's Day, me asking what did you do, on Valentine's Day. Oh wait, I think there is an apostrophe here. Valentine's Day. I'm not sure about these apostrophes most of the time. It's kind of weird. Because, like, literally we have to ask this question since we now know that he died in the night of Valentine's. And if we just ask this out of the blue, it might kind of be weird. But now that she kind of pushed this topic into the conversation, we can take up on it without sounding invasive or like we would accuse her or something. Because that's literally a thing. Like, she knows he has been murdered around that time. Just asking it out of the blue makes a lot of people think that they are being accused, even though that is not yet the issue.
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
See, that is interesting. Oh, Mariana's orange. Those were actually all the big questions. Surprising. I thought a few others could be big too. Okay. Anyway, yeah, the Scarlet person is very noteworthy. I have circled that in. Mariana is oranged out, which is cool. I want to green her out before we go to Yaya. She has to wait that long. So far, so good. So this means we've got all the main story information out of her. But now, she said she wasn't going to the beach for a long time anymore, right? Like, her alibi needs to be checked one at a time. Because you will have always at least one person saying, I've been alone. Like, always one person not having a verifiable alibi. A couple of people will always be there. Like, if I'm involved in anything in my life, I will probably also be one of the people that says just like, I was alone. She has seen the pier with someone. Yeah, Ellen actually told us that she took an Uber. For now, that kind of fits. Or maybe she's just a red herring. Get it? Right? Yeah. Good one. So, she says she didn't go to the beach anymore, but this was her thing. Thank you. Thank you for not. This was her thing. She said it's her passion, the thing she is in need of. So how actually do you feel not going to the beach? Because she might feel confined, she might feel bad about that. ADHD tendencies? You know, wanting to know the end of something is not an ADHD thing per se. I know a couple of people who don't have ADHD and look into the last pages of the book if they can't bear to read entirely up to it. Like, it's just sometimes you have the need for knowledge beyond your current reach. That is a very normal thing to do, like, as in, it's not tied to a specific struggle. You know, I have done this before. Just a choice that you make for yourself.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session.
Good job.
Kind of missed it.
Understandable. So she kind of missed it. Maybe let's dig into this a little bit. Why do you feel you have missed the beach? Let's look a little bit more into her fixation on the beach. Yeah, being impatient is fair enough. That might be amplified, sure, but we don't know. Like, I couldn't say. I couldn't dare to say. I don't know. You will know better than I do.
You do something a lot.
It's okay, as Maximus.
I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
Let's look into this again, because I kind of missed the start.
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
She's kind of playing something down a lot that has been very important to her earlier, which is surprising. I thought Mariana said she didn't drink. Again? Yeah, she said she drank water. Those notes sometimes. She said she drank water. Okay, let's cross that out because that line of questioning seems to have ended. The other thing is the Dr. Dekker combo. Tells me that I need to chill out and be patient, then he laughs at himself because he knows it's not so easy. Yeah, right, being patient can be so hard. Let's go on through my list. Like, I've got a lot of things that I still noted down. So where... No, not where. Where you seeing Dr. Dekker? As in... implying... Where are you seeing him in a more romantic light, you know? And more regularly outside of... appointments.
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Fair enough. And she's right, people tend to put labels on everything. The simple reason being, labels usually define stuff. And stuff that is defined is more easy to understand. And stuff that is easier to understand is less scary. Relationship anarchy, for example, is also a thing. But a lot of, like, people are unsure around it, even if they, like, are not part of the setup and the situation. Because they kind of want to know how to address things, even if it's none of their concern. Just helps them organize their own thoughts. If you have something that has a clear label, it's kind of easy to explain, it is easy to understand, and it's easy to put in a neat little tiny box in your mind so your thoughts can be organized. Some people need that. A lot of people actually need that. A lot of people that would be not calling themselves struggling need that. It's because a lot of people are instinctively searching order, like looking for order, I think. I don't know if that's the actual reason, but I do know that it is a recurring theme, like especially in the fact that I have looked into a lot of these parts to just survive myself. So on the topic of seeing somebody, are you seeing someone at the moment?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
I wish I could, but no, I'm not offering. I wish I could say yes, but it's a professional setting.
It sounded like an offer to me, Doctor.
It also sounded like an offer to me, but no. We shouldn't. Did you find Dr. Dekker beautiful? I don't think that is very necessary to know here. Yeah, right, Wolf. I was also kind of sweating for a second. I'm like, if not in such a setting, I would be offering, yes. But the setting doesn't allow the offer. I actually had that in real life too. A situation where I would like to, or would have liked to, get into some fun stuff, you know? But the individual situation wasn't appropriate. Damn these settings. It's not a dating sim, it's not a dating sim. We did end that line of questioning, but there is still something here.
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me.
Could have been a
We
friend.
had a lot of things in common.
We don't know. We
weren't
doesn't
seeing
mind.
each other.
So, but you had drinks. Okay, we did that. I'm interested. How many times did you go out with Dr. Dekker? Kind of want to know the intensity of them knowing each other out of appointments.
We only went out for drinks that one time.
Okay, just one time. Good to know. Since she is kind of like flirty around most of things, I wonder, for most people would call drinks a date, like going out for drinks. I personally wouldn't, or rather, I personally do not subscribe to the connotation of a date most of the time. A date for me is you do something together. And a lot of people that are going on a date are not going to sleep with each other. A lot of people that are going on a date are going on a date to get to know each other. It is a little bit of a different setting to a regular appointment or something, but a date can be very well happening between friends. But wouldn't people call drinks a date? Like going for drinks.
Dr. Dekker did date his patients. Not me, I'd never agree. A drink is not a date.
Fair. She does have an interesting idea about beautiful. I mean, who knows? We don't know what she thinks is truly beautiful. We don't know. As such, we cannot make an assumption on that. So basically she felt, no, a soulmate is something vastly different from a friend. If you have a lot in common, that is different from calling somebody actually your soulmate. I kind of do not completely follow that trail of thought yet, but just different people think differently, so that's fair. Like, that's completely fair. Okay. Right, I had the question mark on breach. Where was that again?
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually.
Okay, that is not the thing that I want to go on yet, but we will have some questions about that later.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange.
Like she was.
He just Didn't seem right.
Unsure.
I wanted to find out what was wrong.
Dr. Dekker was acting strange.
For a lot of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial. A passive listener. But towards the end, he liked interfering.
I see.
Like, he wanted to push me over the edge.
Seems like he fell for Elderby from the footage that we saw. Also, very unprofessional thing here, but I noticed that she is wearing a black lace bra. And I am kind of wondering how it looks, because I do like lace lingerie, personally, for me. Like, I'm actually wondering about the item, not how it looks on her. And you kind of... It is visible. You know?
For a
it's
lot
visible.
Of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial.
Why am I like this?
A passive listener.
Passive listener, okay.
Towards the end, he liked interfering. Like, he wanted to push me over the edge.
Okay. What exactly do you mean by interfering?
I'm not sure how this therapy thing works, but if you're talking to a guy who wants to jump off a cliff, don't tell him to jump.
Yeah. I noticed he did the same thing with Lacey, kinda. And we had another patient. Oh gosh, I cannot. I'll look at it later. He had another patient where he actually literally told that patient to burn stuff. Like, it's not a thing you do. That's not a thing you do as a therapist. You do not entice your patients to do destructive things. It's not okay. Wait, how she put a soulmate to me is someone you just instantly bond with on a different level, but it doesn't always mean you're good friends to each other. That is also true, yes. According to your definition, I'm not gonna finish that sentence because that might pull up misconceptions that I don't want to feed into. It's weird how she put an emphasis on actually true. She's been lying all this time. Good thing. I'll note down. We'll question her if she actually washed her hair and stuff. Do not understand these things, so I shouldn't ask these. It's, you know, asking from a place of curiosity is always okay. Because asking from a place of curiosity is fine. You should be curious. You should be allowed to be curious. Don't worry too much about it. Yeah, Wolf, I'm sorry. Those are details that I noticed because I'm looking for like a couple of details. Usually I am used to like looking for a couple of details in behavior and such as well to understand if I'm doing something correctly or not. And that sometimes makes me notice other details that are kind of inappropriate. I'm so sorry. A lot of people don't believe her, given the fact that she also, like, she passes out and she ends up naked on the beach. Like, I can imagine a lot of people not having believed her before. Narratively, I wonder if the totally not Xulu pendant is a red herring. But the pendant is nice. It's a good necklace. I want one too. I'd still wear that too. Like, I've got a couple of dresses where that would go so well with, especially my Killstar stuff and maybe it's because the information isn't believable. You wouldn't be surprised that a lot of truths are actually the better lies. I have told a ton of truths in my life knowing people wouldn't believe me. Because it will make them stop asking if they think that I'm blatantly lying. It's surprising. Like, sometimes the truth is the better lie. Cannot explain that to you. The way you can only get more knowledge by asking things. Correct. Be curious. Will curiosity kill me eventually? Curiosity killed the cat, is what people say, but honestly, like, if you just value people a bit, are respectful around it, curiosity will be fine. But we're currently on the interfering part. Like, we will go back to questioning her alibi again, however, because it's still... You know, you might be right. They might have installed answers for this, so... Let's really take her words again. He told you to jump off a cliff. Now, for me, this is sadly very believable because I had a therapist once that was engaging in reverse psychology, so to say. So he explained it. I am not a fan of such literal reverse psychologies, but I have been told similar things once. One of the reasons that I stopped seeing therapists for a long time. Not the only one. One of the reasons. I immediately stopped seeing that therapist, of course. Like, I was 11 years old, I stood up and walked out, and I was like, my mom wouldn't be okay with what you are telling me, and I went out. You might think that is weird behavior for an 11-year-old kid. It is normal behavior for an autistic 11-year-old kid. We're all different. It must be around 11. Don't tie me down on the age exactly, but I was very young. Also, there is the fun thing in Germany that is called the GEZ. They have also told me to literally off myself on the phone. Like, I was asking them how to, you know, unsubscribe from their shit. I had a bad mood, so I can understand that person on the phone maybe also having a bad mood, because I'm pretty sure everybody who calls there has a bad mood because they are like a shit institution. Everybody has to pay them, and no matter if you want to or not. And I was like, what are the requirements to get out of this? And she was, well, if you're dead, you're out of this, which is basically a way to tell somebody to off themselves. Some people are unhinged in the wrongest ways. Like, I am unhinged on Wednesday streams, 18+, you know, but that's like sexually unhinged. That is a different type of unhinged. Do not incite any self-destructive behavior ever. And if you feel like you should, if you feel like this is the only thing you could do, talk to somebody. It's okay to feel like that every once in a while, but talk to somebody. Don't let it stay in your mind rent-free. I love you being here, and I would love you to continue being here. Okay? So, let's go and ask what the fuck he told her.
It's just an example. I'm not
Oh
a
my
guy.
holla.
I don't want to jump off a cliff.
Good, I'm thankful that she said that. I'm gonna listen to it again, like the exact wording, even though this is done, but I'm thankful she said that. The wording, though, I'm not a guy. Wait, is that...
I'm not sure how this therapy thing works, but if you're talking to a guy who wants to jump off a cliff...
Okay. It's not like men want to jump off of cliffs, it's more like... It was the specific example. Okay, we're good. I was a little bit confused for a second, but it... Context matters, people. Context matters. Okay. So what did Dr. Dekker try to push you to do?
I just felt like I had some kind of special power, and part of me wanted to use it. And he urged me to do that. I don't want to say any more about it, not now. Fair.
He did the same with Ellen. Ellen has been called a skinwalker by Hala already. Ellen says she can be a substitute for a loved one. Kinda. She can look and behave like them, as long as she touches a person and dearly wants to see a beloved one. She uses that to calm her patients down. Dr. Dekker has also incited her to do that more often. He seems to like take all these things that look like special powers, and instead of listening in and finding out what actually prompts this feeling, And if it is an issue or not, because it could just very well not be an issue, he seems to prompt people specifically to use something that he thinks is a special power. Prompts them all to have this combined thought of being able to use a certain type of magic or something. Since it's Lovecraftian horror, this might as well very well become real for them. In reality, that would just be a thing you listen in. For example, Nathan, which we will talk to later as well, is stuck in a loop. But this might also be just a thing that he perceives like that, and it might not be an actual thing. But the thing that he perceives is, of course, very real to him. Same for our other good friend here, Bryce. Bryce has an extra hour each night. Might just be that he's super productive. You know, we perceive things differently, so you never know. Since it's Lovecraftian horror, there's always a chance that those things are realer than we think they are. So take that into account as well. Ouch, I got hit by something. Wait, I was too into figuring this out. What did I get hit by? Did I do this? I may have clicked a button by accident. I can hit myself with things, look. But yeah. Dr. Dekker is sus of AF. Yeah, he is! So Dekker seeks out people that think they have special powers. Probably. Who knows? She said she thought, so mimic her words again. Mirroring entice trust. Always the same thing. You thought you had special powers.
No, Liz.
Maybe it's a wording? Why is it lagging all of a sudden? It's so laggy right now. Why is it lagging? Why are you lagging? My CPU is just fucking maxed out for some reason suddenly. My computer decided to suddenly f itself and implode, and I was lagging as fuck. But yeah, we got it. Like, everybody stood in chat. I'm so thankful for this group therapy to continue. Oh, just sometimes does that. I mean, it hadn't been restarted for a month, okay? Like, I'm not doing that restarts that often. Sometimes it needs to be. Like, sometimes I cannot save it. So, continue.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out,
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Okay, what did we stop on? Yeah, we had... Oh yeah, we wanted to ask her about the special power. I remember. You're all wonderful and I'm f***ing blessed with you all. You actually make me enjoy games again, because the voice in the back of my head that tells me that I have to make money with everything and I am not allowed to make fun is kind of silenced a little bit by me being able to mentally scream. But people subscribe to me so I can play. So thank you. Thank you for giving me a freedom that I cannot remember having had for a long time. I think I lost that freedom when I was very young. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for making me able to enjoy games again. I miss that a lot. Okay, you're all wonderful. Gosh. It is important to me, okay? Okay. So we were asking about... So I noted down we wanted to... Like, the last thing I crossed out because I wanted to ask it, but that didn't work anymore, was you thought you had a special power. So let's try that again.
I'm a shape-shifting vampire werewolf. I said I didn't want to talk about it. What is it you're thinking about when you're not listening to me?
Camera person knew what they were doing. Camera person knew what they were doing! Let's just... Okay. We had to push because it was still an open question, but... We're not push further because now it's closed.
I'm a shape-shifting
just look at the cameraman here,
werewolf. I said I didn't want to talk about it. What is it you're thinking about?
That camera person, yeah. The camera person is wanting us to think a certain way, yeah. I refuse, yeah. She's beautiful, don't yeah. So, yeah. Let's go, yeah. So, right, we wanted to questioning her idea of, she said she was washing her hair, yeah. You washed your hair. Yeah.
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair.
Some do that, yeah? That's weird,
My
yeah.
hair's pretty, Doctor?
Oh, I think your hair is heckin' pretty, yes. It's colored, yes, but it doesn't matter. I love it. Yes. Your hair is pretty, yeah.
It's such a mess. But thank you.
No. See, sometimes a compliment is kind of nice, yeah. You know, yeah. Complimenting doesn't have anything to do with flirting in the first place, yeah. That's good, yeah. How about we take this to DMs, yeah? I also want to get the DMs, yeah. Okay, so let's get back to normal, yeah. Because in all honesty, this has been going to some steamy content, and that's not what we're here for today. Okay? She hasn't been going to the beach. Have you been dancing? Because I looked into it, you know, and a couple of days ago, like when we had our first appointment with her, she said she's dancing on the beach. If she still has been dancing, it might be somehow connected to her visiting the beach. And then blackouts might have a lot of options, so...
I've danced around in my living room, but no
Okay.
clubs since last time. I like dancing around
She also
in
did
my
that.
underwear. Sometimes less.
I need to ask for professional reasons. Do you dance naked?
Doctor, I don't think our relationship has got to that point yet.
Was purely professional interest. They accounted for that question. I should go back to trauma dumping, yeah. As part of why I feel off-put, the dancing, Ben Fox, or the weird flirting? Please ignore the weird flirting. Just a couple of friends being weird around each other and doing stuff that might be misconceived. We're all good. We asked about the hair. Wait. I do not want to come off as rude. This is a analytic question right now. Why does she need to feel like, why does she feel the need to ask me specifically if I think her hair is pretty? Because normally you wouldn't mind any of that. You wouldn't think about that, but I am playing a psychiatrist here. Why does she need a reassurance, you know? We all have our own reasons why we need reassurance. It's always fine and valid to ask about reassurance and ask for it. Do we have anything that is still open? Am I missing something? Here.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
A breach of what? What kind of breach? Why did I not note that down?
You know, like a breach of ethics or something. Girl doesn't ask for details.
Yeah, because you shouldn't go out with your patients, that's the thing. Okay, what else do we know? That is alien. Anything we haven't yet? Oh.
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair is pretty, Doctor?
All right, I never elaborated on that. So I started with that and I was like, you know, I wanted to ask her why she feels the need to, you know, get me to tell her her hair looks pretty. Because you can get reassurance that it's not an issue, but as I am playing a psychiatrist, it might be needing or interesting knowledge from me, like needed knowledge from me to ask that question. Like, if she can answer that, it might give me some insight into her mind, into what she personally needs and what her issues might be. So, why do you feel the need to ask if your hair is pretty?
I'm insecure, Doctor.
That's okay.
Isn't it obvious?
It's actually not obvious, but I'm also stupid in that regard. So, she's insecure. Normally I would go on and ask, what do you feel insecure about? Because, you know, lots of things. Might be how she looks because she thinks she has seen a more beautiful thing. There are the easiest things. Sometimes those insecurities have deeper rooted issues that we need to talk about, or might need to talk about. But for now, this question has been closed. There is no star. We're not yet greened out, however. Wait, where's the question? What did she do that evening? Maybe there's something hidden there that we didn't notice.
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse.
Maybe ask about that.
She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
When did you see her on the pier?
Sorry, no. I think your button's undone.
What? What? My what? My button?
Yeah, you've a button undone.
Oopsie whoopsie. Oh. Sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, you've a button undone.
Oh. I actually don't have a button undone, have I? I actually have a button undone! Puts like my PJs underneath the hoodie so nobody cares. She asked if I was offering with. I do not condone this for therapists. A real therapist wouldn't ask this, but I need to see if there is an answer to this question, okay? Okay, for me personally as a player. Do you want to go on a date?
Nope.
Okay. Good. It's not a question that can be answered. Good. That, That would have been very awkward. Yeah, why? Like, but the button is a close question, but does the button distract you? Love how the nyas are in here because I was in cat mode and I wrote the nyas into the question because I know it doesn't matter. That has kinda... Why did that happen when I asked about do you see who Ellen was with? Why did that happen when I asked about that?
It's cold in here.
Why is she having... Those are reactions that do not fit their typical setup of this is the wrong question, but the question still doesn't... Why are you cold?
It's a bit chilly in here. The leather's not warm either.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say something very unprofessional. Okay. How did you get home after you saw the nurse on the beach? How did you get home after you saw the nurse? Which is Ellen.
No idea. Is
not
that
Ellen.
a dance move?
Is it Ellen? Yeah, that was completely... Oh. You saw Ellen with someone.
Sorry, say that again.
Okay, so that really doesn't give us any more. That's so weird. When did you see her at night?
No idea.
I feel like there is still something there, even though there is a no star. Something... She was trying to change the topic twice, yes. And the question didn't show up, as if it was wrong. Now I know the game does these things sometimes, so... Why is she...
It's a bit chilly in here. The leather's not warm either.
Maybe I'm gonna just... I thought you didn't drink. Well, I'm just gonna say what the notes do. No. What happened after... I'm gonna try asking explicitly for Valentine's night. What happened during Valentine's night?
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I watched my and then I walked to the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw your patients actually. The nurse. She was on here with someone. Pretty much all night too. So I found her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Did she? Oh, because Ellen said she took an Uber. Did you see her take an Uber?
No idea. Is that a dance move?
Okay, that's yeah. Maybe if we go time-wise. What happened after 9 o'clock at Valentine's Day? It just brings us back there. Something's there. I cannot explain it wholeheartedly, but
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day.
I cannot put my finger on it. Something's there.
I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Wait a second. In the beginning, she said, "New Doctor, new hope." New hope for what? I mean, I can't imagine for what, but maybe she has an answer for that.
A hope for a cure. Thanks.
So you still want a cure?
I want to stop having blackouts.
Okay, so we're at the same
I
goal.
want
That's
to be
good.
able to remember. I want you to fix me.
That green around. That was the thing we were missing. I had my brain. I had to get my brain off of Aileen for a second. Get back to Mariana. Holy shittery. Some of these are tricky as fuck, but I refuse to use hints. Okay. I refuse to use hints. I will. You know, honestly, Nathan before Yaya. She has to wait until I'm done with my patients. Then I can fit her in. This is Nathan. Nathan experienced the feeling of looping. Having the same day in a row again and again and again and again. Much like Groundhog Day. How are you today, Nathan?
Hello, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
What's with the destructive behavior lately with these people? That's not going well. That's not going very well. Why did you burn Hannah's, I think, clothes? Food. Nuggies! Thank God, nuggies. Okay, let's find out.
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
He was left with winter. Well, let's just take that. I like winter. I mean, I actually do.
If you like winter, you're supposed to be hard-working and analytical.
Actually?
I suppose that increases my chances of you curing my problem. I don't think winter was Hannah's favourite season. Not colourful enough.
I didn't know that had anything to do with anything, but here we are. Let's ask him back. What is your favourite season then?
I like winter. Being snowed in with Hannah. Just the two of us. It's paradise.
That does sound pretty comfortable, yes.
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
Why fire though? Do you like fire?
I think fire is very primal in terms of energy. Maybe if I burn something, my days will keep rolling.
True though.
Although I'm not sure you're supposed to encourage arson in these sessions, Doctor.
He is right, and I'm not going to encourage arson. But yeah, fire is pretty primal.
I've
And we have
kept
something
almost
here.
all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask on the donations. Hannah donated a lot to charity? I mean, that's kind of cool if you have the money to do that.
Hannah
To
was
just buy
forever
new and
giving to
donate.
charity. Her things, her time, our money. I actually suggested a charity that Dr. Dekker mentioned called Mind Stretch Outreach.
What is Mind Stretch Outreach? That's a very weird name for a charity.
Mind Stretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education. It's not much of a charity, I guess, but it certainly ends up with a lot of clever people who are thankful to the people running it. Which, in this case, is Dr. Dekker.
It is cool, though, that he did something for gifted children, but what was his idea of gifted children? Was he just trying to get more people with, where he thought they had special powers to be controlled by him and sow chaos? Is this the grand scheme of things? Do you know why Dr. Dekker set up Mind Stretch Outreach? Did he ever tell him? Let's see.
I'm not sure what you're getting at. Can you spell it out for me?
Can you spell it out for me? How would I spell this out? It does make sense, yeah? He kind of would, like, form all these children into his little minions, you know, and then he can take over the world or something. Did Dr. Dekker think of them as minions?
There's more than one question there, Doctor. Do you want to try again?
What? What I want... Dr. Dekker had minions? Is it the minions thing? Is there actually a thing with it?
I'm not sure what you're getting at. Can you spell it out for me?
Minions?
It just felt like he was growing this child army of intelligentsia.
Oh god. Minions was actually a trigger point. Cool. Did Hannah ever meet Dr. Dekker?
There's more than one question there, Doctor. Do you want to try again?
Did Hannah ever meet him?
Should I know something about that? Sorry.
Did Hannah know Dr. Dekker?
I'm not sure what you're getting at. Can you spell it out for me?
It's so confusing!
Hannah
Let's
was forever giving
go back to
charity.
this.
Her things, her time, our money. I actually suggested a charity that Dr. Dekker mentioned called Mind Stretch Outreach.
Did Hannah donate to Mind Stretch Outreach?
Mind Stretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education. It's not much of a charity, I guess, but it certainly ends up with a lot of clever people who are thankful to the people running it. Which, in this case, is Dr. Dekker.
Dr. Dekker runs it?
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah.
How
In
did
his
I get
opinion,
there?
I was holding on to the past. So
Hi,
I guess he
Grimuta.
cursed me. If that's even a thing. Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
Cursed him? That's so kind of weird. He cursed you?
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am. Can you give me some advice, Doctor?
Depends. What advice do you need?
I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
Dude, do you have to burn something? I mean, if you have the photos in Dropbox, yeah, then just... I don't know, burn the photos if you must. Pretty sure a normal therapist wouldn't say any of that. This is basically telling him to commit arson. But I feel like pictures are the least of a thing that we can that we should be concerned about.
Photographs it is then. I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay. I mean, small rituals with burning pictures and such are things that people have done a lot, so maybe I can now ask, did Hannah meet Dr. Dekker? Meet Dr. Dekker?
Hannah never met Dr. Dekker.
Now it works.
She did donate to his charity once, though.
But I thought, like, this is so confusing. Didn't Hannah die 5 years ago, and you have been with Dr. Dekker for a couple of months or something? This kind of, I feel like this is not adding up, or I'm mixing stuff up here, even though I noted stuff down. So confusing. There's still something here.
Mindstretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children.
Wait, gifted children?
I've got nothing.
Okay, let's first go on to the other questions that I have. What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day.
We know. Okay, he confirms
visiting
it.
Hannah's grave. It's the anniversary
Hi,
of her death.
Zezzy.
Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
We should talk about the epitaph then. But first, when did you leave Henley Church?
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said they'd uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What?
Huh?
Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Good idea. Actually, good idea, bro. But cephalopod. That's basically a multi-legged creature, right? Did they have an answer? Do they have an explanation in the game? What's how is it written? Cephalopod.
It's a sea creature, like an octopus. I suppose they find dinosaur bones everywhere. Just because we're on land now doesn't mean millions of years ago this place wasn't at the bottom of the ocean.
Fair. Interesting. They got an explanation in there. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna ask him about his mom if I don't know what else to do later. So we at least did it once again. So what was the epitaph you wrote?
We walk alone without our angel.
That is sad. That just got 1,000 times sadder all of a sudden. Are you by any chance religious?
I'm not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But she was an angel to me.
The great bearded one.
She was an angel to everyone.
That's so sad, actually. To write this on an epitaph.
We walk alone without our angel.
Oh. Do you feel lonely?
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked.
No.
Do you think I should look for someone else?
You should not look for a replacement. Honestly, we're never replacing people. People are too unique to be actually replaced. We might find somebody else, but they cannot replace somebody. That's not the goal you should have. Never. Because that's a goal you cannot fulfill. So, no. Look whenever you are ready.
Thanks, Doctor. I appreciate that. I still don't think I'm ready to move forward in that respect.
Yeah, you got time. The human race won't die out tomorrow, you're good. We're enough people for that. There is no need to find a mate quickly in life. What were you doing? When was Dr. Dekker murdered again? Because it was the middle of the night, I think, right? At the time of Dr. Dekker's murder. Let's just see if the game allows me to phrase it like that.
It was a missed call. It was
Oh.
Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Oh, that's already orange. A missed call. A missed call?
I don't know.
Who called you?
Sorry, I don't know. Is it me, or did it just really get cold in here?
What is it? Are you cold?
Pass.
What's with those people feeling cold all of a sudden? You know what? Tell me about your mother. Come on. I don't know
Dead.
what else to ask.
Thanks for bringing that up.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry. How did your mother die?
She stopped breathing. I don't know. I was 6. Something to do with her lungs.
Oh damn, that's old. Wait, they actually put the question. They actually put the question in. I'm amazed. Okay, so let's see. No notes.
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Fair. But, I mean, but you had a conversation with the archaeologist, right?
I meant I wasn't in the mood to talk to Dr. Dekker.
He called? Dr. Dekker called you?
Dr.
Just
Dekker
brings
felt
me back
that
to
Hannah was
this.
holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
Did I ask, did Anna donate a lot to charity? Did I ask that? I did ask that. Good. This one is a. He asked with the. He talked with the archaeologist, right? What happened with the archaeologist? Is that how you write it? I think that's with an. I definitely need an R, but.
She was interested.
Yeah.
Maybe I misread. Maybe she was just being kind. I suppose most women wouldn't enjoy me talking about my dead ex for hours.
Maybe she was just a good listener. It is surprisingly easy to fall for supportive people who are good listeners. Surprisingly easy. If Doctor now come, I'm thinking a little further. I'm looking up, and I do like have the a combined set of books about parapsychology from my mom. And they also use like hypnosis and stuff to get rid of like issues that might have come up in the past to, you know, help you remember them better, set them straight, whatever. And since he, like, my idea is because Dr. Dekker said he was stuck in his past. So since they said he was stuck in the past, maybe the topic of hypnosis came up. Hypnosis is also a thing that does happen a lot in Lovecraftian horror games, so I do have like a double reason to pick this up. So, did Dr. Dekker ever talk to you about hypnosis? No. Why does it go there?
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back.
Oh, with the memories.
Of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past.
What memories of Hannah? That's the do you feel lonely? Do we have anything left here? Oh, here.
My Stretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education. It's not much of a charity, I guess, but it certainly ends up with a lot of clever people who are thankful to the people running it. Which, in this case, is Dr. Dekker.
Clever kids?
That's not really...
Gifted kids?
Can't help you.
Poor children?
I don't know what you're talking about.
kind of trying just some kind of words that I... Why would they be thankful to Dekker? That gave me... Oh, that went back to Dr. Dekker runs it. It's not a charity? I mean, it kind of sounds still like a charity. There is still something in this very question.
My Stretch Outreach
Enjoy lurking.
arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education.
Programs for gifted children? Like, what programs?
Sorry, no.
We definitely asked about Mindstretch Outreach, but that brings the question back to the top.
Mindstretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education. It's not much of a charity, I guess, but it certainly ends up with a lot of clever people who are thankful to the people running it. Which, in this case, is Dr. Dekker.
Yeah, right, I did ask, like, Dr. Dekker runs Mindstretch Outreach.
I think Dr. Dekker set up Mindstretch Outreach so that he could influence the minds of children at an early age.
I never asked that.
Getting them to believe they could be anything they wanted to be. Since his death, it's been disbanded. No more minions of Dr. Dekker.
That's where we go full circle. That's where the minions actually made sense. I was already surprised about that. Ah. Aha. Gotcha. Yeah, now I have time for you. That was almost... I just now expected this to bend over a little too much and go 18 plus. Careful, Yaya. She knows exactly what I said just now. I mean, she doesn't, but it looked like it. Why is everybody barefoot in my office? Are you all doing some type of grounding or something? Where are your shoes?
Sorry, Doctor. I don't know.
So that's why you're not wearing them. I understand. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's start normally. How are you today? Yeah?
Hey, you. Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it, though.
Well, you asked me. Shall we talk about grief then? So you can figure out if it applies to you.
I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him.
Well then, pretty sure she means Ben, then tell me about Ben.
So, should I get a solicitor, or shall we try and talk it out with him?
She's really not getting actually into the question, but jumping to the next. Like, her mind isn't ready to face thoughts about it, kinda. Is weird. Let's try and talk it out.
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
What has Ben's mom to do with any of it?
She was cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25.
Yeah. You saw a dead body, Yaya. It's okay to need your mom after seeing a dead fucking body for the first time in your life, even as a grown man. Men can have feelings too. I know it's not socially accepted for a weird reason, Yaya, but men can have feelings too. Men are allowed to cry. Actually pretty sexy if they can. So, so what was Dr. Dekker like?
Hadn't
She
even
should
been
know
a
him.
year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good
Okay.
listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Okay, I've got 3 questions now because of that. Why did she work late with Dr. Dekker? What can she actually tell me about the patients? But this is kind of interesting. And doesn't that breach confidentiality? I'm gonna just top down mentally. Why did you work late with Dr. Dekker?
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order.
Yeah? We all have our own ways to go on about it, I suppose. So doesn't that breach confidentiality?
Oh, don't be such a... It's just between us two.
Doesn't matter. They don't want me to talk about that shit. That's a one-on-one discussion. I mean, I stream all of it, but who cares about that, right? She wanted to say bitch. I saw it. Don't be such a bitch. I heard that. My brain auto-completed that. Well then, what can you tell me about Dr. Dekker's patients?
Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them.
That's actually not as private as I thought, which is kind of good. What patterns was Dr. Dekker trying to spot?
Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters.
They do seem to meet each other quite often too, like what referral letters? Can I see them?
Yes. Letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters... He was sure there was a pattern in them.
You know, there is a thing where when you are working as a therapist, you often end up also having therapy, getting into therapy, just to, you know, handle all the information that comes flooding in, because you can only be a sponge so far, you know? If you are acting as a sponge, imagine a sponge, you can fill it with a certain amount of water. After a certain time, it won't take any more water. But the sponge can only help you if it's still able to take fresh water in, right? Because you don't want to clean with a dirty sponge. So you'll have to press all that water out again to reuse the sponge, and as such get as much uses out of it to actually clean your environment. Similar would be, for example, a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a therapist. They kind of take like all these information, all these heaps of information into account, and the thoughts have to go somewhere. Now they won't be able to like breach confidentiality, but you can still like share your worries and everything, and you might start struggling with your own worries, might start thinking about your own things, which is completely natural. And also like a therapist, a psychologist, psychiatrist needs an outlet for that as well, so they can keep being able to like be there for you during your sessions, concentrate on you during your sessions. They need their own shit like sorted out, helped with as well. They might even develop new thoughts, new issues along the way, different ones, stuff that has been an issue might differ for them, you know, but all of this is kind of part of it. Because whenever you listen to somebody, you take a little bit of that worry up on into yourself. Even if you're able to like deal with it, there's only so much worry from the outside you can deal with. At some point, it starts slowly affecting you. Regularly talking about that on your end as well kind of keeps that exchange running. This is also one of the reasons why some people have issues with trauma dumping, because it can be very easy to just let it all flow out with somebody you trust, which is also something very helpful. But that person you trust needs to be able to be available for it. And for that, mental space is needed. Like, you need the space to, like, be susceptible to the talk, you know? That's why I literally took the equivalent of a sponge. Maybe Dekker didn't do that. I've seen that a couple of times. I saw that with my mom as well, before she found an outlet. It can be harsh on people. Some might start to lose it themselves. Some might just break under the pressure. For my mom, it was just breaking in, I think. She stopped working as a psychologist after a couple of years. I don't know about any specifics, because everything she said was only said in a way that she didn't breach confidentiality. But I do know she had some harsh shit sitting in with her, talking about people thinking in wrong ways about children. I'm phrasing this carefully here. Thinking about people with like destructive tendencies towards humans and animals. Of course, surely also your day-to-day struggles, which are just as valid. But I do know that there were people where she actually had to call the police on. Because there are things where you are allowed to breach confidentiality if a patient becomes a danger to themselves or others. And you have a valid reason to believe that. You are able to, like, breach a very tiny part of this confidentiality. And there are, like, other very specific legal requirements for it, where you may be able to breach other parts of the confidentiality legally. But that is something, when you start talking to a therapist of any kind, they should always be able to inform you about it. If you talk to somebody in a professional setting to help you with your mental struggles, do not be afraid to ask them about patient-doctor confidentiality, about what they are allowed to talk about with other people and what they aren't, and how they would phrase it if they talk about a patient encounter they had. Like, if it is something they talk about, how would they phrase it to keep confidentiality if you are actually unsure about it? It might help you gain more trust into your therapist to if you actually know how they handle that. That would be actually one of my first questions, would just literally be the all-around situation. By the way, with Yaya's dress, I'd so hate sitting on that couch, because leather couches stink. We had a leather couch with my ex-husband, and that thing during the summer stuck. Blech. It's like, ew. Like, I've got like a fake leather chair, and I literally like put fabric on it during the summer if I have like short pants on or something, so I don't stick. Because it's so ew if you in the summer meld into a leather seat or a leather couch, and the moment you have to get up, it's just, it feels like the leather has become one with your skin, and it just pulls apart, and it's ew and bleh. Can't be the only one ever having experienced that. Sticky leather, all nasty. Yeah, exactly. That's why, fun fact, sometimes I've seen that with leather too, people using oils if you have like very tight leather stuff, but I usually see it in latex, so people use oils or powders to wear latex. Mainly so it doesn't ickily stick. Also, it's easier to get into if it's a little oily. So let's see if there was anything open for that. No.
It hadn't
There's
even
something
been
here.
a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Okay, maybe it means I need to ask about the specific patients. Let's ask. Tell me about Bryce.
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
Let's just hope he hasn't seen you during his midnight hour. He might know how you look undressed. Guy has issues. I wouldn't tell it pent up anger. It's probably pent up horny, but it's not better. Tell me about Claire.
Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Claire is very efficient in that case, I think. Tell me about Ellen. It's interesting how she perceives those people.
Elin seems like a lovely
Elin,
person.
right.
I'm
Sorry.
not really sure why she's here.
You know, we all struggle with different things on the inside. Sometimes people go to therapy just because they need somebody to talk, otherwise they feel like they are losing it. Nobody might actually... Like, you cannot see mental struggles on the outside. You cannot see mental differences on the outside. That's why An old work colleague once told me when he found out that I'm autistic or on the autism spectrum, he said, "But you don't look autistic." And I'm like, I'm sorry, I cannot do an autism on command or something. What the heck? Like, wait, let me just do an autism for you. What? I don't know. Like, you cannot look into people's minds from the outside. It's just a thing that's not possible. Well, then tell me about Mariana.
Mariana is a special girl. You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
Yeah, the word you were looking for is captivating. But I suppose. Then tell me about Nathan.
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Same hello every time really looks like he is partially to blame for his feeling of reliving the same day, but I talked about that. Sometimes we have a feeling that our days don't change. They do, but sometimes a month feels like a year, because it's always the same shit day in, day out. Welcome back, Hala. What? Yeah, I was talking about if you sit on a leather couch with a dress like that and it's warm, my butt would stick to the leather couch. Surprised she's able to get up without taking the couch with her. I would. So who the heck is Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
Okay, what was Tom's hobby?
Tom liked to base jump. That's basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
Base jumping is not a strange hobby. Taking it this far is concerning, yes. I'm gonna ask the sad question that is the next step here. Did Tom die?
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows
Ooh, sad.
He's that rock. I wish I said bye.
You know, the way Yaya deals with these things, she's probably never had therapy. She felt like she hasn't done that before. I think she said something along the lines. The way she deals with it is a way quite a lot of people actually deal with traumatic happenings. It's like it is traumatic to see somebody every day, in and out, and you kind of feel like someday something's going wrong, and then you hear that it went wrong, and you didn't get to say goodbye. That can leave some type of regret, some type of trauma. She is confronted with struggling people every day. Even though she doesn't talk to them in this setting, she's still like taking some of that in. So he seemed like he was a danger to himself. Yeah, there is the other issue. He didn't want to kill himself, apparently, like what I can glean from this. He was starting to be to sit in some kind of delusion. At some point right now, I do doubt that Dr. Dekker actually tried to talk him out of it, to be honest. I don't think you can just put somebody in a confined room, like in care, without their agreement. Nilly-willy. So that might actually have been a thing that could have happened. But him trying to fly was a thing that happened quicker than that. Now, apparently, he had an accident even before that, so apparently he never got to, like, actively end his own life by doing a stupid thing, namely base jumping without a parachute, in this very case. Apparently he got into a sad accident before that, so I don't think that was a thing that could have been prevented easily. But he should have taken a parachute with him. So yeah, that man seems to be like he was a danger to himself at the end. It's kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh. You wanted to say goodbye to him?
I wish I said goodbye to Dr. Dekker. He was so
Oh, to Dr. Dekker. Okay.
Gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
Wait, Dr. Dekker did resign? Wait. Dr. Dekker resigned? When?
Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. No, it's sad, but doctors come and go, and only poor Jay remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the trust technically do that.
I got the resignation letter! Slicking again? Game audio being reared? It wasn't for me. Let me try again.
Dr. Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. No, it's sad, but doctors come and go, and only poor Jaya remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the trust technically do that.
Wait, what was the last part? Professor Alderby? I thought Alderby was a client.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
What's a trustee?
I think I'm going to get into trouble now. Have you ever heard of secret shoppers? Well, Professor Alderby posed as a patient to test Dr. Dekker. It's just a thing that he does. I'm sure he'll come and visit you at some stage, so please play along.
But why did he test Dr. Dekker, and why like that?
Test is the wrong word. More like gently guide. Professor Alderby had a lot of good advice to offer the young psychiatrists. He really helps them focus on where the problems are.
Felt to me like he was doing a little bit of the opposite, to be honest. Why would you get into trouble now?
This practice is owned by a trust. They make all the money and leave me to make all the decisions, which generally means making lots of money. I headhunted Dr. Dekker. And you?
You headhunted me?
I've recruited the last 5 doctors since I've been here. You know, I've got a flair for recognizing the extraordinary. Both you and Dr. Dekker were extraordinary.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with all of these practices. How are we extraordinary?
Both Cambridge graduates, both top of the class, both pliable, obedient slaves to my every whim. Yeah, that last one's more of a hope than a must-have attribute.
Okay, that's funny. I actually almost got a Cambridge certificate once, and I actually was made to drop out of school before I got it. So that's a very fun thing with the name of Cambridge. But I think Cambridge is only very well known. I do think there are a couple of universities that might even be better in certain fields. I think just Cambridge has had the better marketing during the ages. Alderby tested. It's so weird. I'm gonna look into the bigger questions, because I do have one bigger question, and it was one of the patients that made me think of it. Like, who had a session on Valentine's Day? Who had a session on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11, and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange.
Yeah, why did he ask for Nathan? This has oranged her out, but we will not end this day yet. Yeah, we already found out that Dr. Dekker called Nathan through talking to him. I mean, I suppose you could also go from person to person, but I tend to just wreck my brain until they are green. I wonder how long I can still do that. Oh wait, we had the resignation letter. Let's look at the resignation letter. That mock-up is known to me. Anyway, 11th February. To whom it may concern, please accept this letter as notice of my intention to resign from my position. Just a D for Dr. Dekker. I suppose this is a 2 weeks notice? Because he seemed to still be working on the 14th. I'm so unsure about all of that. Okay. Okay, so let's... We got the alibi footage, right? So what happened to Dr. Dekker's glass in the Alderby footage? Because the video gets weird there, right? It gets all black and then you hear the glass falling. What exactly happened with the glass?
It smashed.
That is not the answer I was hoping for. Yeah. Yes! But did it fly is what I wanted to know. Does she know about Cthulhu? Do you know about our Lord and Savior, the great Cthulhu?
So you watched the tapes? Gold star for you.
Multiple times, yeah. That's our only reason. That's our only answer to what do you know about our great Lord and Savior, the great Cthulhu? That's the only. Do you know or believe what Alderby said about chaos?
Nobody likes chaos, Doctor. We're supposed to be restoring order, don't you think?
Oh, late shift. Achievement unlocked. Achievements! Okay, what do you think about Alderby's stance on the gods? I don't know. Just
Everyone
trying.
has to believe in something, don't they, Doctor?
True. Yeah, it does seem like it would be good for her to connect to some of her worries, but I am not the person who can tell her to do so yet. She doesn't seem to feel like she needed, and as such, she won't need it now, right? Oh yeah, right. I had a note about about the alibi from Alien. Like, can you check Alien's alibi with Elin's alibi with the taxi company?
One step ahead of you, boss. Elin was picked up from the pier just after 11 p.m. There is no way she could have got from there to here in an hour.
Okay. She's green out! Okay. It's actually not a lot about her today, huh? I was hoping. Well, everybody is green out. Hi, Slime Lotus. Everybody is greened out, so that means we will end this day and maybe get into Act 3 now. Let's watch. Are you sure? Yes, everybody's greened out.
David Hunt,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs,
patterns.
rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
I love this setup of things.
Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today.
Evidence
Claire.
edit.
I'll put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping, you know, I'm so glad you're here.
That's a cool way to get into Act 3, to be honest. Yeah, you're welcome. We didn't... Whatever helped. Whatever helped. Claire got arrested? We've got somebody new, Professor Warwick. Who are you? He's standing there. Can't see shit. I want to see you. Bruh. Please sit down. Show me your face, kindly. Okay, this Professor Warwick. Claire, what did you do? Crime scene report. The victim was located in his office, seated on a chair behind the desk, soaked in blood with an obvious chest wound. We don't have a first name, we only have the title and the last name, Dr. Dekker. Possible murder weapons, paper spike, desk accessory, 150mm long, protruding from the approximate region of the victim's heart. That sounds like it's not only possible, that sounds like it was the paper spike. Ooh. Estimated from liver temperature measurements to be between 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. time of death. Okay, so it wasn't midnight. Note that victim's body was reportedly discovered at 10:20 p.m. So time would then be between 8:30 and 10:20. Cause of death: exsanguination due to punctuation of left anterior descending coronary artery. Death would have occurred within minutes. I cannot scroll. Okay. Claire got arrested. Witness statement. Statement of Christian Weber, police officer. To the best of my knowledge, this statement is true. I understand I may be prosecuted if I have stated anything that I know to be untrue. 9th November. Okay. Fun fact, they just used the same mock-up for all of this, but that doesn't matter, right? It works. At 20:40 hours on Tuesday, 8th November, myself and PC 9725 Holt responded to a call received from a neighbor of the Bower House, Weston Park Avenue, concerning a reported disturbance. We arrived at the address and knocked on the front door, but there was no reply. Then we examined the rear of the property and gained entry through insecure patio doors. We entered the property through this door and I announced myself by shouting police, but did not hear any response. We searched the premises. Upon entering the dining room, I saw a female seated next to a man who was lying on the ground. The man did not appear to be conscious. Both persons were drenched in blood, and there was a substantial amount of blood on the carpet, walls, and furniture. She went wild. I noted what appeared to be a steak knife on the floor, which was also covered in blood. Cooking accident. At this point, I asked the woman to put her hands on her head, which she did. PC Hold secured the female while I checked the man for signs of life, but found none. I dislike that he is just classifying her as a female, but it's my personal like. I asked the woman her name, and she identified herself to me as Claire Castleford. I asked if she knew the dead man, and she said he was her husband, David Castleford. I asked what had happened, and she said that she had killed him. That sounds like Claire. Yeah, she's a stabby one. Following a search by PC Hold, which revealed no other persons present at the house, I said to Castleford at 20:52 hours, "You are under arrest on suspicion of murder." She basically told him that it was not a suspicion, but sure, he probably has to say that. I then cautioned her and placed her in the back of the police car for transportation to Weston Park Police Station, where I relate the circumstances of the arrest to PC 23454 Hill, who authorized her to whatever, probably get to me for counseling. You went and killed your husband, finally, right? What did he do this time? So he was alive. Good to know. He was actually alive. So I do think she loved him to some extent. I do think she's just very yandere, which doesn't make this better. Most yanderes do need some counseling and help, me included. So, wow. Okay. Game just goes on to present us with heavy artillery. But we will find out more next time. Because right now we know act progress 0. Okay, fine. We still haven't used any hints. Kind of want to make 6 searches just to get to the 666 searches. But, okay. Overall, we're at 39%. And we're at Act 3. Holy shit. So, yeah. Thank you everyone for always bringing a smile to my face as well. Aww. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making my day so bright as if the sun would shine outside even though it's raining as fucking grey. It is so fine. And it's so fun today. So thank you so much. Stay safe. Stay awesome. And I love you all. Bye-bye. Mwah. Hey, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. And thank you so much to Zelex90 and Westmake87 for supporting me on Ko-fi to make these videos happen. And you can also support further videos coming up and see your name here in the credits. Just hit the link in the description and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!